What is going on, everybody? I hope you guys all had a great weekend and are ready for another trading week. You are watching the Clark Griswold YouTube channel, and I am Mr. Clark Griswold. So thank you guys for being here today. If you're new to the channel, new to the Strat, you're struggling with any of that, with your trading, with the Strat, we are going to change the way that you guys trade in the stock market. But the very first thing I need you to do is go down below, click that subscribe button, and then hit that bell. That bell is the most important part. That bell gives you the notifications for when I send out videos just like this one every single day. This is our watch list for Monday, July 29th. I'm on Twitter. If you guys are on Twitter, you can follow me along there as well. If you need to DM me, you can do that. You can tweet at me. I send out tweets throughout the day. I also do the same thing on my Discord. So the Discord link is in the description down below. You can get in on that. Go click on that link and join that Discord. Everything I offer to you guys, free or fee-based, is in that Discord. You can find everything, and everything that is included is there. A couple things before we get started. Number one, this platform that I use right here, the screen that you see, is TradingView. If you've never used TradingView before, or you are looking for a platform to use, you can go down below. There's a link to get a free 30-day trial to their fee-based options. So you can pick, I think there's 3 of them. You can pick one, try it out for 30 days. If you like it, you will get up to $30 off if you decide to purchase that subscription. So go click on that link down below to get started with that. And then we're going to go through the Griswold Strat indicator. It's basically an all-in-one stop shop for everything Strat. It's an indicator you can put on TradingView. You cannot find it in the indicator tab. You can find it in the description down below, or like I said, in the Discord or on my Twitter profile. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is the ads. I know they suck. No one likes watching ads. No one likes letting them roll through. But for me to keep putting these videos out for free for you guys, I ask you in advance, and I thank you in advance for letting those videos roll through, okay? Those ads, keep this stuff free. Let the advertisers pay to keep this stuff free. Keep your money in your pockets. So when those ads pop up, let them roll through and go get a drink, go get a snack, and then we can hop through the watch list. Okay, so let's talk about this watch list for a second here for Monday. So most of the plays were outside bars on Friday. A lot of the plays were outside bars on the day on Friday. So it didn't leave us room for a lot of setups. I have found a few, but what I did, guys, I went out and I searched out a little bit more, and I found a whole bunch on the 2-day, and the same thing with the weeklies. I couldn't find a bunch on the weeklies, but I found a whole whack load on the 2-week charts. So there will be a weekly video, a weekly swing video, so you guys can go check out that as well. I will be talking about the 2 weeks. So we'll go through the day trades here, and then we're also going to talk about the 2-day setups as well, because there's a lot of bearish sentiment in the market looking ahead for Monday, but we'll see what happens. We could have an upturn. We could continue our downtrend, but let's see. So the first one that we're going to talk about is Boeing. So ticker symbol BA. Boeing had a 2 up that finished red, and we're going to see a ton of these and a ton of shooter candles or inverse hammers. So what I've done is the yellow lines are the day trades. The dotted yellow lines are the 2-day setups. So we can look at Boeing here. We've got a 2 up that finished red. If we trend down on Monday, we are going to be red across the board outside of the quarterly. So we can look for puts on Boeing at 164.31. Now again, if we go to the 2-day, and there's going to be way more setups on the 2-day, but this 2-day here, this is, we call it a hammer candle, not completely, but call it a shooter candle, and we have our trigger there. So a 1, 2 up, 2 down reversal is what we're looking for on Boeing. So there's a setup on the day, there's a setup on the 2-day. The next one I've got on the list is BIDU. So BIDU, 2 up, finished red. So we're going to look for puts on this thing at 147.39. We've marked out our targets there. And like I said, almost every single play I've got for you guys looks like this. Same thing on the weekly. Okay, so now we've got on Macy's, we've got a 3-1 setup, outside bar, inside bar. Rare setup. And if we go back to look at the last time we had one of these, you notice how it's highlighted with this gold highlight? So that's part of the Griswold Strat indicator, just one of the things that is included when you purchase it. It's a one-time $25 fee, and it gets you a bunch of stuff. We'll go through them right now, and I'll just show you what they are. But it gives you a bunch of indicators all in one. So this was the last time we had a 3-1 setup on Macy's, and we triggered, and we hit targets, okay? Plus, targets plus. So a really good setup. So I was talking about that Griswold Strat indicator. When we have the double inside bars, it gives you this blue highlight. Okay, the 3-1 setups gives you the gold highlight. It gives you your time frame continuity right here. Okay, shows us our time frame continuity. It paints the inside bars yellow for us with an IB tab, paints the outside bars white for us with an OB tab, and then gives us these candlestick numbers right down below, the 1s, the 3s, and the 2s. Plus, it gives you Sarah Strat Sniper's 50% rule, okay? Gives you a whole bunch of great things all in one shot. So that's the 3-1 setup. If you're new, let's talk about inside bars a little bit. So inside bars, they don't break the high. They do not break the low of the previous candle. So this is the outside bar. This one stayed within the range of this white candle. It's a consolidation candle. So a tightening range, consolidating, doesn't know which way it's going to go. These candles, guys, when you see them, when you purchase the indicator and you see that it's yellow, I want you to think of a spring becoming tightened or loaded. And when that thing explodes, we're looking for a big jump to the upside or the downside, like we saw when we went back to find the last 3-1 setup. Off of that inside bar, we had a really, really nice big gain to the upside. So on this inside bar, we can look for calls at 1935, puts at 1846. Let's go through Pinterest. So again, 2 up, finished red. Pinterest, we're looking for puts at 2290. Twitter, TWTR, another inside bar on Twitter. So if I was picking a top 5, I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 6 plays on here. So Macy's and Twitter would be at the top because of the 3-1 setups and the inside bar setups. Okay, so Twitter, we're looking for calls at 41.20, puts at $40.23, and then we've got our targets marked out. And then nothing on the weekly, so we'll delete that one there. So we'll go back to the daily, and then the last one we've got on the day before we switch over to the 2-day chart. Okay, we're going to go through a bunch of 2-day plays as well on this. So 2 up, finished red. We're going to look for puts at 97.57. This is a big red bar. Big bearish bar. So we'll see what happens with Alibaba, BABA. The one thing I did want to go through with you guys, if you didn't see it on Twitter, if you didn't see it in the Discord, I took NEO. So right at close, I bought NEO here at $20.08, or somewhere in that range. But I bought a 6-cent call option for $21. I bought a $21 call on this, and it cost me 6 cents. So I only bought 10 contracts. It was $60. This thing opened here at 20.77, and then we ran up first thing in the morning. And I sold for 516% on this play. It was a true lotto play. There was no actionable signal, but it was like a $300, $300 gain or whatever it was, 310, I think. So yeah, it was a nice $250 win on NEO on Friday, and that's the only thing I traded. I took my $250 and I went home. But I just wanted to, I did call that out. I did say I was doing that on Twitter. I told you guys that I bought it, but that's how that one played out. Let's go to the 2-day chart, and we'll switch to my 2-day chart list where we've got a whole bunch of plays, okay? So if I don't find stuff on the daily, if I don't find stuff on the weekly, we have to go sniffing and searching a little bit deeper into the game, and that's what I did here for you guys. And we've got a whole bunch of different setups now, but it's all the same as what I was saying, and there's a ton of shooters on these 2 days. So AMD, 2 up, finished red, okay? Inverse hammer or shooter candle, and look at the time frame. The time frame is all red, so we're looking for a continuation to the downside on AMD. If we go to BA, we already talked about that dotted line. This was our break on the 1 day. Here's our break on the 2 day. Okay, so if we're breaking the daily, we're definitely breaking the 2 day, and it's still a 1-2-2 reversal on that 2 day chart. Bed Bath & Beyond. Okay, inside bar on BBBY. This is an interesting one because now we've got time frame continuity to the upside. Okay, so we've got our triggers marked here at 11:42 and 9:41 for the puts, but this pink dotted line is my 2-week setup. The solid will be the 1 week. The dotted will be the 2-week. Okay, so I go to the 2-week. Here's our 2 up that finish red. So here it is, guys. If we trigger to the downside on the day, we are likely, very likely, to trigger 2 down on the week. And that's what I'm saying. There's a ton of bearish sentiment and bearish setups here. Okay, so here's another inside bar, but it's an inverse hammer. It's a shooter candle. So I didn't even put a yellow line at the top for a trigger to the upside because I don't believe that's the way we're going to trend. So we can look for puts on CCL at 997 on the 2-day chart. Okay, and basically all a 2-day chart is, it's just an extra day. So each one of these candles represents 2 days. Just like on the daily chart, each candle represents 1 day. On the 2-day chart, each candle represents 2 days. We're going to move on to CVX. CVX, 2 up, finish red. Puts at 62.46. Datadog, 2 up, finish red, inverse hammer. Puts at 106.42. And you see we have an inside bar on the weekly here. Top and bottom. Sorry, on the 2-week bar. Etsy, 2 up, finish red. We can call that an inverse hammer. Okay, and then we've got the weekly 2-week trigger here as well. So if we're triggering the 2-day, we're likely triggering the 2-week. So make sure you check out that weekly video because there's weekly swings and 2-week swings where I would probably get a 3-week outlook on that. So my target would be 3 weeks, or my expiry would be 3 weeks out on that. On these 2 days, I'm still taking the closest expiry, unless it's something that you're looking at like SPY, which closes on, it's 0 days to expiry on Monday. Like everything else for the most part is a Friday expiry, so you're okay taking that Friday expiry and seeing how this thing plays out. So Ford, true inverse hammer here, shooter candle, puts at 15.41 on Ford. This one also has a play to the downside on the weekly as well as the 2-week, exact same trigger. Okay, GE, 2 up, finish red, 122 reversal is what we're looking for. Puts at 75.27, and there's our 2-week trigger. Lucid, LCID, again, 2 up, finish red, inverse hammer, puts at 16.21. MU, inverse hammer or shooter candle, time frame all to the downside on this thing, puts at 57.63. Excuse me. 2 up red on plug power with a gap. Okay, so this gap, this becomes our first target right here. And I'll put in a marker for you guys just so you can see that, and we'll change it to green, and we'll change the dotted line to just a regular line, and that's our first target because of that gap. Okay, PayPal is up next. PYPL. Let's go to it. PayPal has again, 2 up, finish red, inverse hammer. There's our trigger for the 2-week as well. So we trigger the 2-day, we're triggering the 2-week. SE, 2 up, finish red. Okay, full time frame right across the board, including the yearly on SE. So puts at 62.92 on the 2-day. Space, 2 up, finish red, full time frame. And again, this is the Griswold Strat indicator. This is the time frame continuity. It's part of that indicator, guys. The yellow circles around it mean we're inside bar on the quarterly currently. If it's a yellow circle, or sorry, a white circle or square, it means we are currently outside bar. So space, we can take puts at $5.93. Uber, 2 up, finish red, inverse hammer. Okay, puts at 28.36. We also have the 2 down, 2-week that we're looking at. XEL, 2 up, finish red, puts at 74.91. And then we've also got the 2-week trigger as well at 74.84. Facebook, 2 up, red, inverse hammer, puts at 161.67. And there is our target trigger as well. So target on the 2-day is the trigger for the 2-week. So these setups are going to be very interesting, partially because we switch the month over halfway through the week. So these will be very, very interesting to see how we play out. Like I said, a ton of bearish sentiment. All these setups are looking so bearish. And the last time I said this, guys, I think was on last week on the Sunday video or the Monday video, however you guys want to play it. But the Monday opening and everything gapped down. I said we have huge bearish sentiment and everything gapped to the downside. Okay, it started us off with gaps everywhere, right across the board almost. So again, GM, General Motors, 2 up, finished red. This one, top, and I might have missed some of these, but we're top of a broadening formation here. And we have a inverse hammer or a shooter candle. Okay, so if we scroll back, let's open this up. High to a low to a high. We came back to these lows. Now we're back up to the highs. Okay, we're looking for this thing to trend back to the downside off of that shooter candle. Okay, 1-2-2 reversal is what that is called, and that's what we're looking for. Guys, those are the daily setups and the 2-day setups. So nothing saying that you can take any, like if we look at any of these, AMD, let's look, and the majority of these are probably going to be outside bars, but if we switch to the daily on AMD, okay, there's that outside bar on our daily, and there's that white square I was talking about. Okay, so it's showing us that silver or white square. Most of these plays, BBBY, that one is not, CCL, there we go, outside bar. So basically our triggers on all of these 2-day setups are the outside bars to the downside continuation. So a 1-3-2 continuation. We can go to any of these, okay? Outside bar, there's our trigger. Ford, I think Ford had a daily setup, but outside bar, there's our trigger, okay? So on the 2 days, we're looking at 2 up reds and we're going to the downside. On the 1 days, we're basically looking at 3 bars or outside bars. Okay, so basically looking for a 2-3-2 continuation or a 1-3-2 continuation to the downside on the majority of these plays. Guys, if you found this stuff helpful, make sure you're giving me a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think of the videos. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe, hit the bell, get in on that Discord. The link is down below, and stay tuned to the very end. There are videos, there's playlists for learning tools and other things that you can click on, as well as a video that's tailored. YouTube sets this up. It's tailored just to you guys, the specific viewer that's watching this video right now. So thank you guys. Good luck trading on Monday. I wish you guys green, as I always do. We will see you on the Discord. We'll see you on Twitter, and good luck. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.